Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Welcome back to my channel, my Loverlies. If you've never been here before, thank you so much for clicking on my video. I'm so glad you found me. I do so hope that you will like and subscribe before you leave. Become part of the Mama family. Mama's got your back, definitely where makeup's concerned, and especially when that makeup is cheap, y'all. Speaking of cheap makeup, we're going to be doing another look with this is the Hatd Candy Marquee Greek Tragedy palette. This is so good. So good. The reason I want to feature this palette again is because I just saw a review that one of my absolute favorite YouTubers did. So Emily Noel, she is OG here on YouTube, and she reviewed this palette and was just unimpressed, super unimpressed with it, and that kind of made me so sad because I really do enjoy it so very much. And what she said was like the biggest deal breaker is she didn't like the glitters. And I think the glitters are really one of the best parts of the palette. So we're going to use the glitter a little bit. We're going to use a Laura Mercier single shadow. This is in the shade Noir. It's just a black single shadow. Any black single shadow you guys have will work. I always keep a black single just up on my desk within arm's reach, just because in cases like this where I just need some black eyeshadow and I don't want to pull out a palette and I don't want to like go through all of my palettes and the hassle of trying to find one. I just keep a good black single up on my desk at all times so I can just reach for it when I need to, especially when I'm doing looks like this. Guys, this is the second time I'm trying to film this look. First one was a catastrophe. The second one I'm hoping is just a little bit better. But we're going to be doing this super simple, very quick 2-shadow eye look. It is a spotlight eye, but it's black, it's smoky, it's dark, it's sexy, it's kind of mysterious. It is everything that we like in shadow and eyeshadow looks and more. And not only that, but it's high impact, low effort. You guys know I am all about that here. The quicker we can get it on and the quicker we can get out the door, the happier we are at the end of the day. Guys, I am filming again at 2 o'clock in the morning, so if I'm a little slow or if I get a brain fart or two, please forgive me. You guys know I'm not at my best at the moment, but this eyeshadow certainly is beautiful. So I just took this before my camera so rudely interrupted me. I took this eyeshadow, again, this is the Laura Mercier single eyeshadow in the shade Noir. Guys, this seems really bougie, but I picked this up at Berg's for like $3. Really not expensive at all. There's all kinds of really great black single shadows at the drugstore. I know Maybelline makes some. I know L'Oreal makes a couple of really nice black shadows. So just pick one that you're happy with the quality of, or just find a really good black in a palette somewhere, because you're going to need a good black. And then I'm also going to use this. This is my wrong one. This is my e.l.f. eye crease brush. Guys, I have been so absolutely in love with this brush recently. It is the perfect shape and size for my tiny hooded eyes. I can really get a nice pinpoint lay down of pigment with this really precise application. The shape and size of it is just really conducive to what I need it to do. It's great for outer and inner corner work, and it's fluffy enough that it can blend out, but it's dense enough that it can pack on the shadow. It's just a really great quality brush, and it's super affordable. It's e.l.f., so I think it's around $3 or $4 at the drugstore. So worth it. If you guys come across these, usually they're sold out at my Walmart all the time, so when I come across them, I pick up as many of them as I can. They last for forever. They only get softer and like better with time if you take care of your brushes, but it really is fantastic. So I just took this and I lightly dipped into my black shadow and started to pack this on the outer corner. I started at my outer corner and used stamping motions to map out a upward diagonal, and then brought it in about a third of the way through my eye, and then just did the same on the inner corner. I'm trying to get this eye look done fairly quickly because my allergies are acting up and my tears are doing that thing where they like to defy gravity and go up through my crease. I don't know if y'all can see it on this eye or not, but it's starting to eat the black shadow at the inner corner of my eye. Y'all, I cannot tell you how many times I have repacked that black eyeshadow on. It's just melting away. You could definitely elevate this eye look by, at this point, you could take a flat packing brush and some concealer or a concealer brush and cut out the center portion of the eyelid and do like a real you know, spotlight eye, but we're doing the lazy girl version of it today. Super, super quick. It still has a beautiful, beautiful effect. Very, very high impact, but y'all don't have to worry about getting the concealer out and map it. It's just easy. So we stamped it on the inner and outer corners. And then I'm going to take something a little bit different. I don't use these very often on my channel, but I do adore this formula so, so much. This is the Colourpop Super Shock Set. Y'all, it's a shadow. It's the Super Shock Shadow, the one they're super uber famous for. This is in the shade In Axis. It's a really beautiful, like, golden copper color. So, so pretty. It looks like new pennies. Gorgeous. We're going to take this on just any kind of flat packing brush you have will work. I'm going to take this on a Dew Color flat packing brush, and I'm just going to start packing this on to the center of my lid. Look how beautiful that is and how high impact. This really is an absolutely stunning, stunning formula. You could 100% use your finger for this, but y'all know I always got talons on, and I don't feel like gouging either my eye or my eyeshadow. So we're just going to use a brush, and we're just going to press it onto the lid, taking it all the way up to the edge of that shadow. Now, another tip I have for you for eye looks like this is to follow the natural shape and the natural contour of your eye. I usually follow the contour of my eye just because it gives me a higher chance of having both eyes look pretty symmetrical. So what I do is I look at the shadow. There's usually a shadow right here that shows where the natural eye socket is, and I just take the shadow along that and follow the natural socket of my eye. And then I'm going to leave the center bare so we can pack this on. But make sure that when you're packing this on, you're really pressing it into the lid and taking it all the way up. And ideally, we want it a little bit wider at the top than at the bottom. And then I'm going to go back into that first brush we used. This is still the e.l.f. eye crease. And without adding any extra product, I'm going to start stamping on the edges of where that shimmer shade is. And it's going to very, very easily and very, very naturally blend the edges so it looks just a little bit more blended and seamless. Just like that. And then I'm going to take the same brush, no more product, and I'm just going to very gently go over the very edge and kind of soften this edge just a touch so it doesn't look quite so stark, using very, very gentle pressure. Just like that. And isn't that absolutely gorgeous? I love it so, so much. Now, where the other palette comes in, the hard candy palette, is I want to show you guys just how beautifully these glitters work. Just because I think they're so, so beautiful. I've not had any problems with fallout or anything like that. I know when Emily Noel reviewed these palettes, she said that the glitters especially were super, super lackluster. And I have to disagree. I really, really enjoy these. I'm going to go into the shade Dripping right here, and I'm just going to take that on my finger. I want to show you guys what this actually looks like on the finger, though. It is so beautifully just... they're teeny, teeny, tiny. They're finely milled glitters. I don't have any kind of sticky or tacky base on my lid at the moment. And they just stick so, so beautifully to the eyelid. They give so much dimension and movement to the eye. And literally, I have maybe 1 or 2 pieces of fallout. But guys, it is sticking to my eyelid. Like, I glued it down. There's no fallout. I don't have any kind of problem with fallout with these throughout the day either. I just think they're a really incredible formula. She said also in her review that she reviewed a couple of the bite-sized. They're not bite-sized. They're the 4-pan palettes. She was not impressed with these either. She actually liked a couple of the variations better than the larger palette, but she said that there was a big consistency issue with the smaller pans, and I have to agree. I did test this one out. I also got the purple one that's called Punk, and I found that the matte formula was just nowhere. It's still smooth and like velvety, but it wasn't as pigmented. It didn't blend as easily. The formulation in these smaller palettes is definitely different than the formulation in the larger ones. The shimmers are super, super soft, and I did have to worry about a little bit of fallout with the shimmers, especially in this palette. I just wasn't as impressed with the smaller palettes as I was with the larger palettes. So I definitely recommend the larger ones. The smaller ones, maybe not so much. But if you find a colorway that you really, really enjoy, I think they're only like $3, maybe 3 and some change. So they're worth it if you can find a colorway that you're truly in love with. But as a whole, I would kind of skip these and maybe stick more so to the e.l.f. bite-sized palettes, or even the Wet n Wild 5-pan palettes. They're freaking phenomenal. They're honestly a beautiful, beautiful formula, and they're even cheaper than these ones are. But that's pretty much it for the eye. I'm going to take a little bit of black eyeliner. I'm going to use this one. This is the Milani Supreme Kohl Kajal black eyeliner, and I'm going to take this to line both my upper and lower waterlines, mostly to help give my lash line a little bit of volume. Now you could totally skip this step if you have like smaller eyes, or if you're worried about making your eyes look smaller, you know, because it does kind of close off the eye a little bit. But I'm going for more of a smoky, mysterious kind of thing, and I think that the black lined eyes really just contribute quite a bit to the overall effect. So I'm going to line my eyes pretty heavily. I went pretty messy on the lower lash line because I'm going to take a smudge brush. This is the e.l.f. smudge brush. This is absolutely one of my favorite smudge brushes ever. I love the shape. I love the size. Again, it's super, super short, dense bristles, but they're not so dense that you can't get any movement. I also really love how short they are. I love how small this is. It makes it really easy to get nice, precise smudging. I'm going to take this brush and very gently on my lower lash line, I'm just going to smudge out this shadow, and I'm going to make sure, because I don't want my eyes to look super, super messy, because when you're using black on the lower lash line, it can get super messy really, really quickly. So I'm going to make sure that I taper the eyeshadow and taper the blending up towards my tear duct on the inner corner of my eye, so that it looks smoky and messy, but still very clean at the same time. Just like that. It gives me that nice, thick kind of Egyptian vibe without making it look super messy or like undone. And then I'm going to take my black single shadow one more time, and I'm going to very, very gently dip my brush in. Just one time. I don't need a ton of product on there. And I'm going to start at my outer corner, and I'm just going to very gently set the eyeliner. I'm not going to smoke it out too awful much more. I'm just going to set it, kind of tapping the product into the eyeliner, and then using back and forth motions to kind of blend it out. And then you're left with this really beautiful, very kind of mysterious, smoky, dark, super sexy eye. And I think it is so, so beautiful. We're going to go back into the Marquee palette, and I'm going to take another super cheapy brush. This one is from Shop Miss A, though. This is the AOA E124. Just a teeny tiny little pencil brush. And we're going to go into the shade Statue. So this one right here, it's a stunning, stunning metallic shade. And we're going to use this as a inner corner highlight. It's not going to be exactly the same shade, but that's okay, because I want it for a little bit of contrast, but it matches enough to where it doesn't look out of place. And I'm going to go heavy with that on my inner corner, again, because this look is really, really dark. And I want to add just a little bit of light to the inner corner to kind of break things up just a little bit. And isn't that so, so pretty? I'm so in love with it. It's so easy. It's literally maybe 2 or 3 shadows, but you definitely don't have to do the inner corner highlight, and you definitely don't have to do the glitter if you don't want to. I really just kind of wanted to use it today. So we're going to do that, and then I'm going to take a black liquid liner. This is the NYX Epic Ink black liner, and I'm going to do a very thin line along my upper lash line. Again, this is really just to give my lashes the appearance of a little bit of volume. Just doing a super, super thin line. This is one of my absolute favorite black liners. I really enjoy the one from Wet n Wild as well too. The boyfriend proof or the breakup proof liner, that is fantastic. I'm also going to throw just a little bit of mascara on. This is my mascara du jour. This is the Maybelline Colossal Curl Bounce. I love this thing. I have the waterproof variation. Y'all, this puts my eyelashes up and they do not move. It doesn't flake on me. It doesn't run. It doesn't give me that like raccoon eye effect. It is so, so nice. And then also what I love about this eye look is it just makes my eyes freaking glow. I feel like you could definitely use this technique with any kind of colors that you would enjoy. Just do a darker color on the outer corners and a lighter shimmer on the center. And it is always beautiful, super, super easy. It's kind of foolproof. And I think that it's just so flattering for just about everybody. But I think even especially this color combo, black and gold or black and copper or black and bronze, it's just really, really beautiful. It's visually arresting. It's interesting to look at, but it's still neutral enough for my neutral lovers to enjoy wearing this. It's so, so beautiful. And then I was thinking for the lips, definitely going to use my favorite lip liner. This is the NYX Suede Lip Liner in the shade Downtown Beauty, my absolute favorite brown lip liner of all time. I adore it so, so much. And then I think I'm going to pair it with this one. Now, we all know what these are. These are the Milani Matte Color Fetish lipsticks. Oh, this is the color Tease. No, Pleasure. This color Pleasure is one of my absolute favorites. It is just the most gorgeous, like, oh, nude. It's neutral, but it's not warm, but it's not cool. It's a very beautiful, neutral, velvety, soft, oh, looking kind of lipstick. I'm gonna line my lips. I do want to line my lips though, to give them a little bit of definition. You could even really just use this lip liner and just fill in your lips with it and it would look beautiful. I look rough without any foundation on at the moment, but I really want to show you guys this lipstick. My lips are not lined the absolute best, but they will do. And then I'm going to go on top. Oh, I just love this so, so much. One swipe color, guys. It's super, super pigmented. It's got this little bit of like a kind of khaki quality to it that I think is so, so beautiful. And then go on top of that with a gloss. I'm going to use the Maybelline Lip Lifter in the shade Crystal. And I like to just put that right in the center. It is so pretty, so beautiful, super, super comfortable. They're pretty long wearing as well, and they taste or they smell like vanilla cake. So fantastic. Guys, this is our super, super short tutorial. I'm going to clean everything up, finish putting my face on, and I will definitely be posting the finished pics on my Instagram and over on my Facebook. I will have the links to both of those in the description box below, along with a list of everything that I used in today's video. So make sure you go check those out. Please make sure to follow me on all of my socials. I just got TikTok too, which I'm super, super excited about. Lord knows I might be too old for it, but we're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out, and I swear I'm going to make it happen. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I know that This one's just a little bit short. It's coming in a little bit under, or maybe a little bit over 20 minutes. But I think it's nice compared to usually my 45 minutes, an hour-long videos. If you guys like the shorter videos, let me know in the comments below. Do you prefer the short ones or the long ones? Is there anything that you guys would like to see me go a little bit more in-depth into? I'd love to know any kind of feedback that y'all have to give. Any suggestions are always appreciated. As always, no filters, no edits, no fancy lighting. It's just me sitting in front of my camera, playing with my makeup, hoping you guys are enjoying what I'm doing. Until next time, my loves, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and remember, you're important. Bye.